Good morning, everyone. I already posted this morning an article about cows and climate change. Hey, I'm trying to do a video here, girls. What are you doing? Thank you. Cows. Anyway, right now I want to talk about a few deceptive ways they try and tell you that meat is not comparable to certain plant-based foods because of environmental damages or whatever you want to call it. But first I'm going to tell you the most important fact of the day. The most important fact of the day is none of it matters. Eat what you want to eat. Don't feel guilty about it. Stop being shamed into feeling guilty for enjoying food. Period. End of subject. And with that, I'm going to get into it. First thing I want to talk about is when they compare a single nutrient. Like, oh yeah, beef, it gives you this much protein, but this plant has more protein per 100 calories than beef does. Okay. First of all, 100 calories of beef is this much. 100 calories of that plant is like 4 pounds. Not a fair comparison, but on top of that, you've got to remember that it's not just protein that makes beef and dairy or meat in general so amazing. It's the fact that it is so nutrient dense that if you're only comparing one nutrient, you are being deceptive and you look like you don't understand nutrition, because meat and dairy are superfoods that are packed full of nutrients and you can survive just off of them. So let's stop trying to use that argument. You can't tell me that a single plant has the nutritional value of beef or dairy. It just doesn't work, and you don't look very smart when you try and tell me that, because it's not just protein. If you're doing your whole diet on protein, you're missing out on a lot of things you need. Another thing they try and tell you is how much water it takes to produce beef. What they're not talking about is the fact that the vast majority of that water is recycled water or rainwater. So, for instance, if one of the girls is drinking water, yeah, she's drinking water. You know what else she's doing? Producing something on the back end that we collect, we use as fertilizer on crops to grow crops. So it's not wasted. It's not like when you take a 20-minute shower that you could do in a minute. Simple things like that. Right, girls? It's just so deceptive the way they try and portray beef and dairy, and frankly, I'm sick of it. I'm not going to have arguments with idiots on the internet that think that protein is the only thing you should be comparing to, or that water is comparable between what you do with it to water a lawn and what I do to create amazing dairy products and beef products. It's not comparable. I'm not going to even have that argument with you. So the next time somebody starts to tell you the environmental impacts of beef, meat, and dairy, none of it matters. Just enjoy your food.